chosen one. If this video has reached you today, take it as a direct spiritual signal. The 12/12 moon portal isn't just another date on the calendar. It is 2025's final gateway, the last cosmic doorway that cracks open a timeline shift unlike anything you've experienced before. Right now, the universe is aligning energy that hasn't pulsed through the cosmos in decades, energy that unlocks final chances, last opportunities, and destiny-level transformation. If you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been praying for clarity, if you've been sensing a shift building inside your spirit, this is it. Stay with me until the end, because what unfolds inside this portal is not just guidance, it's your last big opportunity to rewrite your entire path before the year ends. Let's begin. The arrival of the 12/12 moon portal. Why this gateway is the most powerful of 2025. As the 12/12 moon portal opens, the entire energetic architecture of the Earth begins to vibrate in a way that only happens once a year, and 2025 amplifies it even further. This portal is not gentle, subtle, or symbolic. It is exact, timed, mathematically coded, and spiritually charged with a level of intensity that marks the final gateway of the year. Imagine the cosmos exhaling a surge of ancient intelligence, lunar light bending through a numeric pattern so significant that mystics, astrologers, and spiritual seekers across timelines have documented it for centuries. That is the 12/12 frequency, a meeting point where cycles end, truth emerges, and a new timeline becomes available to the souls who are ready for it. Unlike earlier portals in 2025, this one doesn't arrive with options. It arrives with decisions. The number 12 represents completion, divine order, soul mastery, and the closure of karmic lessons. When mirrored as 12/12, the vibration doesn't just double, it becomes a gateway, a cosmic amplifier that accelerates transformation faster than any other portal of the year. It's the universe's way of saying, this is your last point of alignment before everything resets. The moon, acting as a celestial transmitter, sends intuitive waves through your emotional field. That's why, in the days leading up to the portal, you may have felt things shifting, not outside you, but inside you. A subtle restlessness, a heightened awareness, a strange emotional sensitivity, a sudden clarity that feels like it came from nowhere. These are not mood swings. These are activations. The chosen ones, those spiritually sensitive, energetically tuned souls, will feel an unmistakable sensation that something is closing within them. Not in sadness, but in relief. It feels like a chapter you've been carrying for too long is finally dissolving. Patterns you once struggled with suddenly lose their grip. People you once clung to no longer feel tied to your soul path. This portal doesn't request change, it initiates it. And for the first time in a long time, you may feel the universe pushing you, gently but unmistakably, toward where you were always meant to be. Instead of waiting for your permission, this energy begins clearing the path for you. The portal doesn't whisper your next step. It commands your evolution. Intuition becomes stronger, louder, clearer. Some chosen ones will experience flashes of their future self, images, sensations, or insights that feel too real to be imagination. These are not fantasies. They are soul previews, glimpses of the identity you are stepping into once this gateway completes. The 12/12 portal also acts as a divine filter. Anything that cannot match your next frequency simply cannot stay. You may notice certain people drifting away, opportunities closing, or paths suddenly becoming blocked. This is protection, not punishment. The universe is removing everything that would anchor you to an outdated timeline. This gateway evaluates more than your intentions. It evaluates your alignment. It asks, are you ready for the life you've been asking for? Are you willing to release what blocks your evolution? Are you prepared to step into your highest timeline before the cycle resets? Because this is the final checkpoint of the year. The last cosmic doorway before 2025 completes its mission in your life, and the signs that you are being called forward will become undeniable. The 3 divine signs you are being called into a higher destiny. As the 12/12 moon portal activates, the universe begins sending 3 unmistakable, destiny-shifting signs that you are being called into a higher chapter of your life. These signs are not random, subtle, or symbolic. They are cosmic confirmations, markers that your soul has reached a point of readiness. When these signs appear, the message is clear. Your old timeline has expired. A new one is waiting for you. Let's go deeper into the 3 divine signals that the universe uses to guide the chosen ones into a higher destiny. Sign 1. Your old emotional attachments suddenly feel light. One of the earliest and most powerful signs is the sudden release of emotional weight you've carried for years. It happens quietly, often without warning. One morning, you may wake up realizing that something or someone no longer has the same emotional pull on your spirit. You might feel less attached to old arguments, less triggered by memories that once hurt, less invested in relationships that drain you, less interested in repeating patterns that kept you stuck. This isn't disconnecting out of avoidance. This is energetic release. It's the sensation of your spirit, loosening knots that were tied so tightly you forgot what freedom felt like. The 12/12 portal acts like a cosmic reset button, dissolving attachments that belong to old versions of you. It helps you remember that certain wounds were stepping stones, not lifelong prisons. This emotional lightness is liberation. It is your soul saying, I'm ready to move forward. I'm no longer carrying what isn't mine. This sign alone indicates that your spiritual evolution has accelerated. Sign 2. Your intuition becomes shockingly accurate. As the portal strengthens, your intuition becomes almost impossible to ignore. Information arrives in your awareness before the mind can process why. You may suddenly know who is genuine, which path is correct, what opportunity is meant for you, what situation you must leave, when to act, and when to wait. This intuitive clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from the moon's frequency merging with your inner truth. Your soul steps forward and your mind steps aside. You become a receiver of pure insight, unfiltered and unconfused. You might sense things before they happen. You may pick up emotional signals from others instantly. You may get chills, dreams, or synchronicities that guide you. This isn't coincidence. This is activation. Your higher self is speaking more loudly than your fear for the first time in a long time. The universe uses this heightened intuition to steer you toward your next major opportunity with precision you've never felt before. Sign 3. Things begin rearranging in your life without your effort. The third divine sign is external, visible, and undeniable. Suddenly, things begin shifting around you, even if you haven't taken action yet. You may see plans falling apart, so better ones can form. People exiting your life unexpectedly, a blocked path suddenly opening, a long-awaited answer finally arriving, a hidden opportunity appearing at the perfect moment. This is not chaos. This is cosmic intervention. The 12/12 portal works like a divine architect, rearranging situations, conversations, and connections so you land exactly where you need to be. It removes what doesn't align and magnetizes what does. It clears obstacles that once felt immovable. It is the universe saying, "Stand still. I'm preparing the way." This phase requires trust. Even when something collapses, it is collapsing for your expansion. Even when someone leaves, they leave so your next chapter can enter. These signs confirm one truth. If even one of these signs has appeared in your life recently, the message is loud and clear. You are being prepared. You are being guided. You are being positioned for something bigger than you've imagined. The 1212 portal is not simply calling you, it is elevating you. And now, the question becomes, how do you work with this energy instead of letting it pass you by? That is exactly what the next section will reveal. How to align with the 1212 portal and activate your final opportunity of 2025. The 1212 moon portal is the final spiritual corridor of 2025, a doorway that doesn't open by chance, but by cosmic precision. But here is the truth most people overlook. The portal doesn't transform your life automatically. It amplifies whatever energy you bring into it. You don't align with this portal by hoping. You align with it by participating, consciously, intentionally, spiritually. To fully activate the opportunity this gateway is trying to deliver, you must follow 4 sacred steps. These steps are simple, but the effect they create is profound. They shift your energy so the universe can meet you halfway. Let's go deeper. Step 1. Be still for 2 to 3 minutes. Enter the field of alignment. Stillness is not emptiness. It is activation. When you sit quietly for just a few minutes, your inner world stops vibrating with external noise. Your thoughts slow down, your emotions settle, and your energy field becomes receptive. This pause opens your intuitive channel so the lunar frequency can flow into your being without resistance. It's during these few sacred minutes that your soul steps forward and your mind steps aside. You may feel a shift in your breathing, warmth in your chest, a tingling sensation, a sudden sense of clarity. These are signs that the portal's frequency is syncing with your energy. Even if you are busy, especially if you are busy, give yourself this stillness. The 1212 portal responds to those who make room for it. Step 2. Speak your next identity into existence. Claim your becoming. The portal doesn't respond to who you were. It responds to who you are becoming. This step is about declaring the identity you're ready to step into. Not with fear, not with hesitance, but with clarity and conviction. Speak your transformation out loud. I choose clarity. I choose abundance. I choose courage. I choose alignment. I choose my highest timeline. Why does this work? Because your words imprint your frequency. They carve a path for your future. The moon acts like an amplifier, taking your declarations and sending them into the energetic grid around you. When spoken with intention, these identities begin shaping your reality. You're not just saying words, you are activating your next chapter. Step 3. Release 1. Limiting pattern. Create space for the new. You do not have to overhaul your entire life during the portal. That is a misconception. The universe doesn't require perfection. It requires space. Choose one thing, just one, that you are ready to release. A draining thought, a sabotaging habit, a role you've outgrown, a fear that keeps resurfacing, a connection that dims your light. Releasing one pattern creates a ripple effect that expands into every part of your life. Think of it like removing one block in a river. Suddenly, the entire flow shifts. The moment you let go of something that no longer aligns with your future, the portal begins rearranging your path to match your new frequency. This one step is more powerful than trying to fix everything at once. Step 4. Follow your first intuitive pull. Obey the divine nudge. During the 12-12 portal, your first intuitive impulse is not a guess. It is instruction, a name that comes to mind, a message you feel compelled to send, a choice that feels right even without logic, a sudden direction you feel drawn toward. This is how the universe communicates with you during portals. The first nudge is your higher self speaking. The second voice, the doubt, the hesitation, is fear. To activate the portal, follow the first voice, not the second. When you take action on that intuitive pull, even if it's small, the energetic grid around your life shifts instantly. Opportunities that were hidden begin to appear. Momentum begins building. You feel a magnetic sense of rightness guiding your next move. This is alignment. This is participation. This is you stepping into the last major spiritual opening of the year. What happens when you follow these 4 steps? Your energy becomes clear. Your path becomes visible. Your next chapter begins forming. You stop feeling like life is happening to you and start feeling like it is happening through you. You become grounded, empowered, centered, and spiritually aligned. This is how you activate the final opportunity the universe is offering before the year ends. Because the 12-12 portal is not just about change, it is about rebirth. The destiny shift, what the 12-12 portal activates in your soul. When the 12-12 moon portal reaches its peak, something extraordinary happens inside the chosen ones. A deep, almost indescribable inner shift. It's not a change that requires effort, force, or struggle. It unfolds naturally, like your soul finally taking the lead after years of whispering beneath the noise of your fears. This portal doesn't upgrade your life from the outside. It upgrades you, and everything outside responds. Here is what awakens within your soul as the portal activates your next destiny. 1. Your soul contract awakens. You remember why you came here. As the portal opens, a sacred remembrance rises inside you. It may show up as a sudden pull towards something you've avoided, a dream you thought was too big, a purpose you postponed, a calling you didn't feel ready for. This is not random emotion. This is your soul contract reactivating. You begin to feel the weight of what you were meant to do in this lifetime, not in a burdensome way, but in a deeply empowering way. Your destiny becomes louder than your doubts. You find yourself moving from truth rather than fear, purpose rather than pressure. This activation is the universe saying, you are ready now. You feel guided. You feel supported. You feel aligned with something far greater than your everyday identity. 2. Your energy field expands. You become a magnet for alignment. As your soul contract awakens, your energy field begins to expand. This expansion is subtle, but unmistakable. People notice something different about you. A glow, a steadiness, a presence. You may find people open up to you more easily. New opportunities feel drawn to you. Conversations begin flowing with synchronicity. You feel protected from energetic drains. You attract experiences that match your higher vibration. This shift isn't about being louder, stronger, or more dominant. It is about being aligned, which naturally creates a silent magnetism. When your frequency rises, everything meant for you can finally find you. Your expanded energy field is your new spiritual signature, one that carries clarity, wisdom, and grounding. It is the energy of someone who is no longer lost in the old timeline. 3. You step into a higher identity. Your old self falls away. This portal doesn't just change how you feel, it changes who you are. You begin making choices from your higher self, instead of from wounds or survival instincts. You release what drains you. You stop engaging with people or situations that pull you backward. You choose peace over chaos, purpose over fear, alignment over approval. This shift shows up in small but powerful ways. You respond instead of react. You let go instead of chasing. You trust instead of forcing. You walk away instead of shrinking. You choose your future over your familiarity. This identity upgrade is the foundation of your new timeline. Everything you manifest from this point forward will come from this expanded, elevated version of yourself, not the version shaped by pain or uncertainty. The 1212 portal births your next self, the one your spirit has been growing into all year. 4. Your manifestations accelerate. Your reality starts rewriting itself. When your soul contract activates, your energy expands, and your identity shifts. The universe responds instantly. You begin experiencing sudden clarity, emotional breakthroughs, divine timing aligning with your desires, financial opportunities appearing unexpectedly, conversations or messages that shift your trajectory, rapid dissolving of long-standing blockages. This acceleration is not luck, it is energetic compatibility. Your desires no longer feel far away because your frequency finally matches what you've been asking for. Manifestation becomes less about forcing and more about allowing. The universe doesn't rush, it synchronizes. And now, it is synchronizing with you. The 1212 portal is the final turning point of 2025. This is the last rewriting, the final clearing, the ultimate reset of outdated timelines. Everything that isn't aligned collapses. Everything meant for you accelerates. Everything inside you shifts into the frequency of your next chapter. This portal doesn't end your story. It rebirths it. A new timeline opens. A new identity rises. A new destiny begins shaping itself around your soul. And now, it's time for your final message, chosen one. If your spirit stayed with this message until the very end, take a deep breath, because that alone is a sign. Your soul didn't arrive here by accident. It arrived because the 1212 moon portal has chosen you to awaken at this exact moment in time. This is not ordinary energy. This is not a coincidence. This is a cosmic invitation, a doorway only the spiritually awake can feel. Right now, something inside you is shifting. Your old identity, the version of you shaped by fear, delay, and doubt, is falling away. Patterns that once held power over you are dissolving. The weight you've been carrying quietly for years is beginning to lift. You are rising into a self that is more intentional, more intuitive, more aligned with the life you were meant to live. Over the next few days, pay attention. You may notice your intuition speaking louder than your thoughts, your emotions settling into a deep inner knowing, your destiny pulling you forward with a force you can't ignore. These are signs that the portal is not just open, it is working through you. Your reality is rearranging behind the scenes. Opportunities are shifting into position. People, conversations, and moments of clarity will appear exactly when you need them. The universe is not guessing, it is guiding, and it wants you to step into the timeline that has always been waiting for your courage to catch up. So if you feel the pull, if you feel the awakening, if you feel that this message was meant for you, then speak your readiness into existence. Type in the comments, "I am ready for my 1212 destiny." Declare it, claim it, anchor it. Because once you claim your alignment, the universe begins moving faster in your favor than ever before. And if this message stirred something deep within you, if it reminded you of who you truly are, if it awakened a part of you that's been silent for too long, then like, subscribe, and stay connected. Your journey isn't ending here. It is just beginning, and your next chapter is already unfolding in the unseen. Your destiny is waiting, and now you are ready to meet it.